Are you with me, Julie?
I am. Are you doing it?
Yeah, I'm here. We're
Happy
right.
Easter.
Happy Easter. We're just making sure things going. It's a lovely day. The sun is going to come out. Is better than what happened last night, which
Did not.
it did not
And
last
it
night.
rained sheets on the old festival.
Yeah.
We're going to tell you a little bit more about the Kona Festival, what happened here, but give you guys a chance to see the pretty sunset. And really, seriously, it's great because it's not raining.
Yep. Let's do this. I'm going to zoom in downtown. We got a few seconds
There
while
you
the
go.
sun's getting ready to come out here.
There you go.
Let me just give it just a little. There we go. We're going to get in there. Let's see if we can get a nice little. It's kind of hazy today. The fog is still out and around these days. It's not horrible today, but it's not perfect either. So, but there you go. Downtown with a little sunshine down there. All right, Deborah says, happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday to you too.
Are you guys doing anything interesting for Easter?
That's a good question.
Yeah, what we did for our Easter was basically break down the festival.
Yeah, we go to that in a minute. Okay, so there's downtown. It says, I'm moving back to Kona late in the year. Can't wait for these sunsets.
There you go.
Yes, I'll tell you, there's something about being live instead of seeing them on a thing. And RT says 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Well, that's almost reasonable. It's 80 here. That's kind of close.
No,
and
that's
then
not.
Karen
That's
says,
not close at all.
Karen says, aloha from HPP.
Oh, there you go.
And Deborah says, we watched a movie. Oh, what movie did you watch?
Yeah, what'd you watch? What'd you watch?
That's
Anything
the
good?
question. Okay, so that's downtown. I'm gonna kind of swing it around the other way too, while we're doing things. Okay, and not like I said, no rain in the sky today. Just a nice, clear, slightly foggy sky is what we've got going on.
We got the old. I think that's Hawaiian Sales.
Oh,
It goes out there. That's
is it? Yeah. They're going. I think they're heading off down to the manta ray dive is where they are at. Okay, so the other thing that happened yesterday, last couple days down there in port.
Oh, they're gone.
Yeah, so we had two very large. One was a cruiser, right? A yacht with it was huge. I heard it was a $170 million yacht, and then they brought their toy hauler with them, which was another $40 million catamaran.
And who owned that?
And supposedly it was one of the guys who started the WWF. And they were out there all last couple days out there, and they look pretty cool out there. I must say, I think I need a toy hauler for my boat.
There you go.
Helicopter and everything.
Yeah, everyone's like, "Oh, can I just go out there and just join the party?"
Yeah, totally. So, anyways, we got RT says hello from Tahoe again. Snowed yesterday, sunny today. Sorry for the the above message. The break off of the message.
Speaking of warm, so we're headed to the Bay Area tomorrow.
Yes, we
where
are.
I think the daytime high is snuck up to a nifty 50 or something crazy.
Well,
it's cold.
well,
I guess if it's snowing in Tahoe.
Was it 60 in Tahoe today? That's the
No,
question.
He says snowing in Tahoe.
Oh, that was yesterday. He says it's warmer today.
Okay.
We'll have to see. So is it snowing today? It was yesterday. And was it 60 degrees today? That's the question, I guess you'd say.
Well.
Yeah.
So if you're on the mainland, so get this. I'm first thinking, okay, I'm packing my bags. I'm getting my sun dresses together. I'm gonna go out with my friends for drinks on the veranda in like Las Gatas. And then I look at the weather report. I'm like, and I won't be doing that. I'll be wearing jeans and a sweater. And hopefully for the 4 days that we're there, I think that 2 of them is 100% chance of rain.
Oh, there you go. Yes, 60 degrees today and clear in Tahoe is what it was. Okay. And Deborah says, Oz, the great and powerful with James Franco and Michelle Williams. I love the cinematography.
Oh, yeah, it was good. That was a good movie.
I haven't been to the movies in a little while.
Yeah. No, that came out a long time ago.
Oh, did it? Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That was with the beautiful woman that's married to Ashton Kutcher.
Oh, yeah. Many years ago. We saw that one.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
Beautiful.
It was definitely a good movie.
Yeah.
So, all right.
So 2 weeks ago today, we were talking about the Academy Award.
Oh yeah, that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
We didn't know what was going on, and we're like, "Whoa!"
Watching King Richard, and that was an excellent movie. If you guys like, classic up and coming sports kind of films. And speaking of films, Eric and I just released a new video this week.
We did. In case you guys want to see it, our new video is "Where Are We in Kona?" And we were busy today that we didn't get a chance to technically, but so far nobody's got it. So the premise of this video is we went to 7 different places around town, and we did kind of we videotaped it, but they were not totally obvious on where these places were. And so then you guys had to guess where it was, and some of them were kind of hard. We especially went to a cafe that was kind of off the beaten path, and you got most of them.
One of the women that we saw yesterday said, "You guys made that place look so good. We had to go out and find it." So they actually were trying to actually find.
Did they find it?
They didn't know what the name of it was, and I'm
Okay.
about to tell you guys because we're gonna have a prize for whoever gets all 7.
Yeah, if you get a chance, it'll be funny. We're going to give away some swag, and supposedly the last person that guessed on it, 2 people didn't get it correctly. So we're still waiting for that correct
Yeah, we have
one.
about 5 or 6 people who tried to guess.
Oh, okay. So it says Gabby said that playground was totally as a total mystery to her.
Ah, there we go. There we
Yeah,
go.
yeah. It was built back in the '60s or '70s. Where was it built? A long time ago, and it was hand built by people just around local
Yeah,
local people.
I think this gentleman just said we need a playground up here, and he helped finance the entire project. But I don't think it was that long ago.
You think it's like get
No.
sooner?
I think that all that wood
Would have rotten.
disintegrated. By
Yeah,
now.
you're right. You're okay. So maybe
Yeah.
it was like okay.
Yeah,
So if anybody knows the information on it, please give us some information.
Well, you gotta tell her what it is first.
Okay, let's see if I get the name right.
Well, it's called Kona Playground,
Okay.
and it's also, if you see it on the freeway, it's also known as
Gosh.
Agashihara
Yeah. Park.
So there you go. There's a little something for you. So if you do have children, also, you know what, though, one of the things kind of cool about this, you guys, it's at elevation, so even when it's hot in Kona, you can go up there. They've got a tennis court, and they've got a full soccer field, and a picnic area, and a barbecue space. Right now, the jacaranda are all blooming there, so it's really pretty. And then you got the place for the kids to play too. So it's a really nice community experience.
Yep. It's yeah. It was good. It was definitely fun, except for the rain that time.
Yeah.
But it's all right. But my kids liked to play there when we were younger. So the question was: is there a church up near you now? Not where we're kind of in the middle of everywhere, so there's no church.
Well, there's one up in Hulualoa, right?
Yeah.
And then there's a few down on Leahy. But no.
And then Jonathan says we've been up to that playground a couple times just to relax.
Ah, there you go.
It is very relaxing.
I used to do sprint runs up the hill. On
Yeah,
that
they
one.
got a little parking lot hill that's probably an eighth of a mile. That gives
Yeah,
you
you get a
kind
nice
of,
little
and it's
workout.
steep too. Definitely, will get you going. So then we've got Janet says beautiful sky tonight. Yes, it is.
Well, it drops down a little bit lower.
And
if you're
RT
looking.
says thanks. Yeah, it's going to pop out. We're going to get sun today. There's going to be sun on the thing. I don't know if there's going to be a green flash, but it'll be
It looks pretty good so
There's
far.
a potential for a green flash, maybe a dull green flash
Yeah.
with the.
So one of our
humidity.
friends, Beth, she saw me yesterday at the festival.
Yeah.
And she said, I didn't believe you that there was a thing called a green flash until I finally got a chance to, the sun was like, the horizon was clear. And she sat there and watched and watched and watched, and it exploded in a quick moment. And she said, "Oh my gosh, it's true! It actually has a green flash."
Yeah,
we're not lying about this stuff.
There are pictures out there regularly. We've gotten a couple of them, not very good though. So there's people that do a better job with that perfect camera lens and all that. But yep, it does happen.
Sometimes seeing it with your bare naked eyes, better than trying to see it on our feed.
Yeah, even our feet were like, it sometimes it's subtle, I would say.
Yeah.
And one time we had a discussion on whether there was or wasn't. Half the people said yes, and half the people said no on it. So interesting.
Yep.
So yesterday was the big Best of Kona Festival, which we are still slightly recovering from today, from having, not just because we had to work so hard,
5 bands, and then we had a fashion show.
but with 4 different groups doing fashion shows and all these vendors. So we had 400 people, and it was at the Kona Inn. And I would say, I would give Julie the kudos. It was a very good success, and everybody had a great time.
We had 500 people show up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
So if you guys, if anyone on the feed is actually watching and actually went, let us know what you think. Even though I think a lot of you guys are not living here, but I'll tell you, it was a bomb diggity of an event. We had stilt walkers and acro performers and 50 vendor booths and people dancing, and it was everything that Kona needed to have happen after the pandemic. So it was a really good day, and it was really nice to bring that to Kona.
Yeah, and the funny part of it is always that so the headline was going to come on right before sunset, and they were going to usher in the sunset, and it was going to be great. It's Leche La Tigra. It's a really good local band if you guys want to hear one. And then what happened is the bands ran late, and there was no sunset, and they literally started playing after sunset, and it had already been raining by that time. So it rained from about 5:30 on, and it was like, oh, so it was.
But you know what? The people were so happy to hear the music that they sat under the shade tents that we provided.
Yeah.
And they sat in the bar
Yeah.
at the Kona Inn. We had like a lanai experience where people from our festival could have the full rain on the lanai area of the Kona Inn. everyone's drinking Mai Tais. If you haven't had a Kona in Mai Tai, you're missing something. If you have two, then you really will be missing something. But people were definitely flying high coming out of there yesterday. So
Yeah, they are so many people in that bar that they were having trouble serving everybody. And
yeah, it was crazy, literally. But next year we'll see how it goes. See if we want to make. We might change the venue. I don't know. We want to accommodate more people, and the Kona Inn was definitely pretty much at its limit yesterday. So
yeah. So we got Big Island Bum says Happy Easter, and Alvin says Happy Easter, and Beth says bands were amazing, and she was
Yay!
there yesterday,
Good,
so that was
yeah,
good.
the bands are great.
It was
Did
definitely.
you get a chance to stay to the end? I mean, I couldn't even believe. I didn't even know that Legend Tahigre had like a 7-piece band going on with a trumpet and the whole thing.
Yeah, they're
that
kind
was
of
good.
Latin fusion, I guess you'd call
Yeah,
them.
I mean, it was really good. I
Yeah.
just wish it wasn't raining.
Yeah.
We're gonna put them earlier next year.
Yeah. And so Don says, congratulations on the successful festival.
You're welcome. So,
Okay, there you go. Cheers.
cheers to getting a major festival put on, even during COVID, because I had to plan it during COVID, and I had to have faith that by the time that we actually put it forth, that there would not be mask mandates and restrictions on group sizes, and I hit it right on the head. So,
Yay. Yes, definitely. So we've got here, Big Island Bub says, we'll be there in Kona on Friday.
Oh, cool.
And Debbie says, we'll be there on Thursday. Can't wait to get my Kona fix for the year.
Yay!
Yeah, so somebody used to come here regularly. We definitely understand that.
Yeah,
Of
yeah,
getting
yeah.
away and having a nice little, there's something about the town here that it's calming and it feels good. It just makes you happy to be either a tourist or living on the island. It just
Right.
makes you happy, period.
Yep. Hey, and the sand came back too to Magic's. So we got kind of decimated on our beaches this last year because of the. We started getting storms pretty regularly starting in February, and it kind of tore all the way through March. So we were driving by Magic's today, and because it was Easter, it was on fire, and but there was sand. And so that's always a nice thing that if you want to be here, if there's sand at Magic's or sand at Kua.
Yeah, guaranteed Santa Cruz. But the other thing that happened this weekend is it snowed on the top of Mauna Kea. And it looks like they got a pretty good, everything was covered pretty well. So that must have been not just.
Yeah, so bring your sweater.
Yeah.
If you're going anywhere near elevation for the night, I am still sleeping in a blanket. So this is a very cool April this year. So
Well, I think it's been a cool March and a cool
Yeah,
February.
February
It's been it has not been, it has been cool all the way around here is how I would describe it.
But it's better than being hot and humid. So
Well, there's years that happened there too. And the rain came back. I don't know if you guys know that if we had not a drought, but with the winter
yeah.
season was definitely not a lot of rain. And so it's nice to see it raining regularly instead.
Yeah.
And I got a funny story. If you guys ever been following us, the cows have been, when they're hungry, they come up and they've been mooing hard to get fed because there's not enough grass down there. California cane grass is what they've been eating. And now we've got enough grass that their mouths have been so full they come up, but they have a very half-hearted moo. Just more symbolic to get a treat than to actually be hungry anymore.
yeah, in
with it.
fact, we're looking at the space below us. I don't know if you want to expand on that. I don't give a crap. There's it's green. Green is always a good day. It should rain from 11 until like 6. That would have been horrible.
Well, they had a advisory.
yeah, they have flood advisory.
Flood advisory
But
for
that
the
was,
island.
I think it was for the
More
east
for the
side.
east side. And supposedly it was just poured on the east
Yeah,
side
so we
yesterday.
had a really nice Hawaiian woman do the pule, which is the blessing. And I had mentioned, the rain thing as being kind of like, oh, please don't rain. And she, of course, had used that as an opportunity to talk about that in front of the entire crowd.
Yeah.
It said, Hawaiians have always looked at the rain as a blessing on the Aina because without rain, you have no life. And that they needed the rain to make sure that they can continue to be fed. And so it was kind of an admonishment of the whole anti-rain experience. And I'm like, okay. And even when it was raining last night, my volunteers didn't care, and it was still warm, and it was okay. No one's melting. And also, when I look at this right now and seeing all the green and the happy cows, it's true. Rain is a blessing. So
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
go there.
And when I was younger, I'm like, ooh, rain. I don't like rain. But rain was different in California. Here, every time it rains, and here it rains towards the afternoon or evening, and you're like, okay, I can have that. You get the clear morning, and then by the time the afternoon is, it's nice to have a little bit of cool, a little bit of rain, anyways. And the beauty is everything is. I think I'd rather have green than
drought.
dry.
And also with the dry, it just looks, there's an energy that's lacking, you could say.
Well, it's kind of everything's a little. It feels a little dead, even though it's not. Just
Yeah.
nothing can. It's just hard to grow.
Yeah.
instead of the grass that grows 6 inches every week or
Yeah.
something crazy like that.
Hey, can you do me a favor? I think this is beautiful. I don't know
Yep.
if they will. Can you shoot through that tree?
All right, I'm gonna shoot through the tree. Here we
Guys,
go.
this is really, really pretty.
You guys have seen this tree before.
Okay, squish, squish.
Yeah,
Give me a
I'll
little
squish
pinchy,
it.
pinchy.
This is a monkey pod tree, right?
And look at the sun coming through that.
Yeah,
Isn't
look
that
at it coming
pretty?
through, and it has some nice patterns to it. You can see the fan palm on the left there.
Yeah, so the view behind the tree is further on down the coast. So right now we can see past the airport. I mean, how far is that?
Yeah, it's past the airport, right? The airport would be right behind that tree, supposedly.
Yeah, so it's like we can see like 10, I don't know, a couple miles past that way, all the way down to Red Hill. That's
Yep, yep, very good.
I
Okay.
think those guys must have cut some of that tree down because I don't
They
think
did.
we've seen
They
it before.
thinned it a little, so it
Yeah,
definitely
it's
has a
really
lot more.
good.
Oh, here comes the sun. Check it
Ta-da,
out.
here
Ta-da!
comes the
This is what you guys have been waiting for. We should start our. The sun keeps setting later. Maybe we should have our little sunsets starting even later, so we get the sun popping out. If it's going to pop through the clouds, let's see if more people.
6:30. Yeah,
Let's
my
see if more
start is at
people tune
6:30.
in because of seeing the sun now too. On top of that.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, what's everybody doing? Anything interesting happening this weekend? Besides, we got snow in Tahoe yesterday.
Yeah.
We got who else? It was. How is it in Washington? What's the weather in Washington? That's always the bellwether of what's happening out there.
Questions about what they want to know. They're coming here on vacation. What's changed? It's different, right?
Yeah. Yeah. You have any questions about
If
Kona?
you guys are coming, you guys gotta go to Tasty Kona.
Oh, Tasty
Tell
Kona.
us.
Yeah, Tasty Kona is a shop here that's right downtown. It's across from one of the essentially almost the ABC stores right there in the.
Next to the banyan tree,
next-
to the Lily Palace.
Yeah, like yeah.
No, a little more further up than that.
Can you guys hear it? Okay. So bless the rain in Hawaii. Yes, and he says it's clear. That's what he says.
Oh.
And he RTS. What airlines are you flying to San Jose? And we are flying Alaskan. Alaska does a good job. I don't know if I'm a fan of Southwest. That cattle car thing is just kind of a little bit. Just that loading process is kind of weird. But some people like it, and it works, and they have fairly reasonable flights. So also talking about in the news recently is that Hawaiian has had to cancel several of their inner island flights lately for the simple fact that they don't have enough people to support the flights. And so they, I think it was a couple days ago, they canceled 16 flights, inter island flights in a day, which is, I don't know how many they fly, but that's a significant amount of flights coming in. I wonder if it was one airport or not. So we too are having a labor shortage problem, but hopefully we can, at least with us, get off the island okay.
Yeah.
And not only get off, but get back on. There's two things that go on in life. Can you get off and can you get back?
Do you want pinchy?
I'm gonna pinchy.
Water pattern.
Oh yeah, I've got it right there. Water pattern. Whoa, sorry about the tripod's not quite as it's I guess it's a little jiggly is what we'd say.
And the body glove is coming back from their dinner cruise.
Do you guys want to see the body glove while we're sitting here just kind of fooling around with? So here comes the body glove.
The body glove goes out of the pier.
There we go.
And they go over there to Kalikakua, and they let you eat your dinner in the bay, and it's really pretty. And then they go back down along the coast, and they get some history, and you get a chance to see some nice things, and it's a nice dinner cruise.
Yep. So, and they're right in the middle of Kona. They just passed Banyans would be slightly. Let's see if I can. Let's see if we can see that. Is that where it is? Yeah, it's somewhere right around. Oh, right around. Oh, right around there. That's Banyans, and they're kind of working their way up there. Genesis body glove is great. And what is the green spot down there? And I don't know. It might be from the. I switched camera angle, so I know I'm going to have trouble with that question. All right. And it says Alvin says that's a problem on the mainland too, referring to not getting enough people to work on top of that.
Tell them about the 64 volunteers.
So, Julie, by the other way, she did really well. And as you know, we've got our 365 Hawaii group, 365 newbie group, sorry. And they all stepped up, and we were able to hit 60. Is that what you're saying? 64?
Yep.
So 64 people helped us with yesterday's festival, which is simply amazing.
Yeah, the volunteers rock.
Yeah, so we're gonna give 'em a big fat party for doing such a good job, and we also gave them. They were also able to attend the festival, as well. So it was good. So they got something out of it. It was, and they and the hard part was last night is the band ran almost an hour late. And by that time it was like 8 o'clock, and then we had to wait for the band to break down And then after the band broke down, then we had to help them move their equipment so we could take down our tent, because one of the funny stories is that they don't the tent the staffing shortage has hit the tent rental business, and that you cannot rent a tent. So we needed a 20 by 30 tent to have the band, which is a good thing we did too, because of the weather. And so we ended up buying a tent, and I went to Ace Hardware, and they have all the fittings to make a tent for 20 by 30, and it's 1-inch electrical conduit, and we were able to put that up with no problem. And then we had to take it down, but we had to. But before that, there was also the problem that we had to take down the stage before we took down the tent. And boy, by the time we rolled around, it was what, 9 o'clock. By the time we put all that in the rain and everything like that. But our volunteers, we had 10 volunteers that helped us out all the way to the end. So that was really a great day yesterday.
You say it's not a big deal. The taking that tent down takes like 4 guys who are at least 6'2".
Yeah, well, that's right. It was even okay. I'm 6'1", and I was at the limit of being able to take this down, because it was funny. Well, we were talking about how high to make this tent. So what you do is you take these 10-foot poles and you cut them at a certain height, then the tent kind of angles up a little bit. And she saw, I want to make them 8 feet high. So, and this is Julie's assistant, not assistant, associate co-producer. And so when we did so I did that, and the 8 feet is just at the limit of the hand being able to go up there and grab that if you're about 6 feet to be able to grab it. Yeah. So anyway, so there you go. That was our little night last night. And we got a couple people here. We got Darren says, love your content. So happy to see this. We'll be there in 3 weeks. All right. And then our buddy Bill, happy Aloha Sunday from Seattle. And congrats on your great success with the festival, and safe travels. Yes.
Bill, you got to come on my bed.
Yeah. And Janice says teamwork is great, and she said, is the Fairwind still operating? And the question is, yes, they're doing well, and they are continuing to get there regularly down to the bay. Deborah, I don't see the green spot. No, it seems to show when the camera is moving in the weeds. Okay, so it might be a reflection off the sun.
Are those bats?
Oh yeah, I saw the green. What is it? Do we have bats out here? What we got going on?
I see like little happy things.
Probably. It's right around that time. Dusk is when they start coming out. Oh, you guys want to see? Oh, look at that. While we're having a country life, do you guys want to see some, before the sun goes too far? Sea Parker, ongoing, almost missed it. Okay, here we got cows out today. I trimmed some trees down here, so as we talked about. So we got little cows. Here we go. Let's see if I can zoom in on a cow. Farm life. Here you go. Whoa, there they go. They're having their little dinner, right? Eating away all that fresh grass. You can see cow butt on one, and one cow is facing us. All right, and Janice says, I'll see you in 34 days. And C says, moo. There you go. So we actually enjoy, because we used to have, as you know, we used to have trees down there all the time. So it's nice to have them cut so we can actually see the cows fairly regularly.
And the pigs.
And the pigs. We have at least 2 or 3 families of pigs that live down there. And the funny part is, I think when the grass grows really big, we're not going to be able to see anything after a while. So, look at that. It's turning into a good sunset, guys. Look at this. That's great.
I don't see a crazy cloud on the horizon. It might actually dump into the ocean.
Yep. Okay. So it says, Red says, do you guys say bats? Big Island has bats. Yes, we do have bats. So, hold on here. And then let's see here. What do we got here? Okay. Love the videos. Appears you're directly behind us, watching from Kona Sea Ridge. Yeah, we're kind of. Where's Kona Sea Ridge? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, it's right. It's right down there. That's where Kona Sea Ridge is. Yep, we're directly behind you.
You mean like on Pu'u Nui?
Down on it's all right off Lee. And then Brad says Pinchy, and he says beautiful. Jamie says so beautiful. Happy Ether to you both, says Bill. Very good.
Happy Easter, Bill.
Yeah.
Is Brad all right?
We are missing. Brad is not on tonight.
Aww.
We have a regular Brad who has been with us for ever since we started these sunsets, and he usually chimes in.
No,
All right.
He's also from the East Coast.
He might be tired. It's surprising. He's usually laid out.
He had his Easter ham.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe too much Easter ham. Okay, so it says, do you know if Super J's Lau Lau is still open?
Yes, it is.
And the answer is yes. It was open last time we drive by there, and they do have good Lau Lau.
Yep.
And for all you guys that don't know about it, if you get a chance, it's outside of. So it's going down, and you'll see it on the right-hand side, and they have good food.
No, come on, you gotta tell me.
Tell them what?
Tell them about the Lao Lao.
For all you that don't know what Lao Lao is?
Yeah.
Okay, Lao Lao is a, let's see if I get this right. It's rice and pork, kind of
Pork.
pulled pork, kind of it's kind of the fatty pork is what they use.
pork.
I thought it was like the pork belly or something like that. And then on top of that, then they wrap it in what's the?
Is it taro? No.
No,
Banana leaf?
I think it's no, it's something.
It's a leaf.
A leaf.
And then you tear right into that thing, and it's like
And
the fat melts into the rice, and then you eat the leaf. Oh, so good.
Yes.
Local
Yes.
kind.
Yes. Okay, so what do we got here? We've got Cheryl Parker from San Diego. That's C. Parker. And then Aloha from Toronto. Beautiful sunset. That's Arthur. Very good.
Oh my gosh, it's like
And
six.
hope everything went well. All right, so it says, and Janice says, Brad has been here since the beginning.
Yeah.
In taro leaves, that's what it is.
Where's the taro?
Taro leaves. Very good, thank you.
Thank you. Got a brain fart there.
Stunning orange, and so stunning. Yes, it's really good to hear too. I'm gonna zoom out just a little bit so you can see the clouds just a little bit better there, and it's just got a nice look. Max says, amazing view. We enjoy your videos. TFS.
What is it?
TFS. I guess it's initials.
TFS.
A lost video. Oh, did it come back? Are we back? I for just a second. Hopefully everything is back. Oh, I don't know. How are we doing, guys? Can you tell us? Are we there or are we not? Because sometimes it's hard to tell. It looks good from this side. We had a little jink there, but it. Nope. Oh, it turned black again. Oh. Well, it's really good right now. Yeah. That's the second time in a row.
Wait a minute, so they're only seeing black?
Yeah, they lost it. Okay. All right.
Is everyone saying that?
Yeah. No video feed. All right. Okay.
Okay, you guys
Okay.
go-
All right.
you guys
Okay.
go
We're
reach
gonna
around and come back
okay. We're gonna come back.